Hi guys and welcome back to Crypto Chester. My name is Chester and today I'll be walking you through the crypto markets. First things first, I want to be talking about Bitcoin on the short term, then Bitcoin on the midterm, and then of course, Bitcoin on the long term. Once we're done with Bitcoin, guys, we're jumping straight across to the altcoins. So get your altcoin requests in the chat and I'll get them noted down and then we'll get to them once I'm done with Bitcoin. Starting off with Bitcoin, guys, as we discussed yesterday, we were on stream around this zone sort of here, right? We're on stream around this sort of zone and then it just started falling off a cliff as I left the stream, right? We did leave this symmetrical triangle that we were talking about. A lot of touches either side. This is on the 15-minute chart, guys. We did leave this symmetrical triangle and to see a completion of the measure move to the downside, looking something along the lines of this, right? For me personally, as you OGs on the channel know, I do not trade the 15-minute very much indeed. I do like to go on the 1 hourly and the 4 hourly just for the bigger swings, you know me, guys. But yeah, straight into the chat right now. Straight into that, we got Nikki straight in the chat. How about we smash that like, guys? How about we get to MATIC? I'll jump MATIC on the list there for you there, Nikki. Nice to see you on the channel there, supporting the channel yet again. Do really appreciate your support there. Who else have we got in the chat? We've got Siddhartha. Nice to see you back on the channel there, bro. We've got Usman. We've got Jay, we've got Aliao, we've got Vodkanov. Nice to see you all back in the chat there, guys, supporting the channel as usual. Already on 6 likes as well. And I've only been streaming 4 minutes. Absolutely amazing. Well, literally a minute because we did the 3-minute intro there. And Nikki says, who does your graphics on your channel? I literally did it all myself. Crazy. It took me a long time to do it all, but yeah, it took me a long time of Photoshop and Premiere Pro. Long time. long time doing the graphics. But yeah, I didn't have a clue what I was doing with Adobe before I even started doing this brand stuff. And yeah, it took me a long time to learn, put it that way. ADA's on the list for you there, Siddhartha. Let me jump back to Bitcoin. Let me get straight into that. Let me just have some H2O to start us off here. I told you we were going down yesterday, says Ali Al. Yeah, we did actually dump significantly, bro. Absolutely significantly. And yes, it was kind of expected, annoyingly, because we weren't respecting this trend line in terms of the bigger picture here, in terms of this rising wedge pattern on these bigger time frames here rather than the 15-minute. We'll get to that, though. As you can see here, on the 15-minute time frame, we did lose this symmetrical triangle. As just stated there, measurement to the downside completed. So if anyone got into that, you scalpers out there, I know there's a few of you. You scalpers out there, if you got into that, well done, amazing stuff. For me, it wasn't for me, it was just very volatile indeed, and yeah, you guys know I don't really F with the 15-minute chart here, but yeah, at this point in time, jumping to the 1 hour chart here, we have actually come down to the lower side here. We saw the low point of that 38,110. I think it was 115, maybe 110, 115. But yeah, crucially, we did actually bounce off this horizontal level of support, sat at around that 38,337 in terms of a candle body close for that low point in terms of that previous downtrend that we just had. We didn't quite make it to the 200 EMA, but we bounced before it, which is good news in a sense, right? It's good news in a sense. And the reason why it's good news, guys, is because we didn't even come down any lower and we didn't even see the zone. So if you go back to the bigger time frames here, if we were going to come down any lower, we would have been invalidating higher lows, right? We would have been validating higher lows, and that basically means we're going to see a reversal in the trend. If we invalidate the higher low, it's going to look something along the lines of that. And we didn't get there. We bounced early. Which is still pretty goddamn bullish, I must say. Pretty goddamn bullish. Love it indeed. Yeah, pretty bullish indeed, still on Bitcoin, even though we did see this bit of a tumble here. But guys, come on, look. If we're pumping significant amount in terms of this uptrend here, like a 17% pump for Bitcoin, we're gonna need this rest point. We're gonna need to chill out. We're gonna need to not do anything for a while and go down to validate this pump. So we've done that. We're looking like we're gonna curl back over now. It's looking very good indeed, as long as we can, in terms of a short-term target, right? In terms of a short-term target, as long as we can get over this Sandwood Wiki from Transformers here. This point sat at around this zone here, as you can see, few wicks to the downside here in terms of support. If we can get over this zone, find support on this 39,600, I can definitely see us coming up to this 40,000 in no time at all. And then we can flirt with this zone again, right? We can flirt with this zone again. As you can see, we like to hold hands to the top side and to the bottom side quite significantly, right? Quite significantly. So yeah, I would be expecting us to come up here and test this zone pretty soon. I mean, personally, from that zone, I would not be surprised at all if we saw a swift rejection, right? I would not be surprised at all if we saw a swift rejection, and this pump here is just validating this rejection coming down here. But at the end of the day, guys, it's still going to be a higher low. If we do see a swift rejection, the likelihood is we come down to this zone here and we get rejected off that and see another higher low there. So at the end of the day, in terms of the longer term timeframes here, it's still bullish. Perpetron Perceptron says, morning, mate. Watching about 4 minutes behind you. Not a problem at all, bro. You're probably still in the intro then. Hope you're having a good day, guys. Let me jump to the chat quickly. We've got Lethal Mind, the OG in the chat there, says, yay. Not hi, but yay. Gamer God straight in there. Good morning to you, sir, as well. Usman says, pump it to the moon. Pump it to the moon. Sounds like a drum and bass song or something. But yeah, in terms of this rising wedge pattern we got here for Bitcoin, let me start moving some trend lines around, because obviously, guys, we did have this spillage. We did have this spillage coming through here, and we did have this consolidatory period coming through, right? This consolidation period coming through. So let's just, I know we might lose a bit of a touch, in terms of a candle body close here. We're going to lose a bit of a touch there, but at the end of the day, we're going to gain one, right? We're going to gain a pretty healthy couple here. In terms of these wicks to the top side. So yeah, we can definitely see that resistance playing out in terms of from this point, right? So yeah, we are going to use that to the top side of this falling wedge, this rising wedge now. And the bottom side, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look too bad at this point in time. We are clearly seeing resistance off this zone here in terms of that curl over, in terms of that trend. So we could be looking at moving at something along the lines of this, maybe going off this wick instead, and then that correlates with this candle body close point here. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that, guys. 3 touch points across there. We've got 3, 4, 5 touch points along the top side as well. So yeah, you guys know I like my Gamer God Shib army. I'm joking, bro. Oh god, my hair's receding quicker than I'm talking. So yeah, as you can see here, we do have this rising wedge pattern, as I was just saying there. And yet touches all the sides. Very, very good indeed. Very good validation here. So we would be looking for that breakout. And it does look a lot better than when we were seeing it like that, right? With all these spillovers and all of that dirty stuff happening there. So yeah, it does look a lot nicer, a lot more attractive. Yeah, a lot more attractive, I'd say, in terms of preparing for that break. If we are going to see that break, guys, it would be something along the lines. I think we probably are going to break to the downside, actually. Considering we do have this... Is that Mr. Kidney Man I see? Yes, it is, Mr. Kidney Man. Good to see you here, Mr. Kidney Man. Yeah, good morning to you, sir. If we are looking at resistance, it is going to be sat on this zone here. So definitely prepare for resistance at that 39,635. I can't see us absolutely just banging it through to 40k straight away. I would expect some resistance here. And then from resistance, maybe a little bounce points coming through here. And guys, let's just go on the basis for now that we do lose this level of support coming through here. Let's go on the basis that we do lose this level of support coming through here, and if that does happen, right, we're going to be looking for the measure move to the downside. We're going to be looking for that juicy little short position coming through for Bitcoin. Yes, granted, we are going to lose this higher low if we do that, but on the bigger time frames, it's not so bad, because we are going to actually come down to this zone, and then we could be looking at a big juicy long from that position as from here, right? And the guys, let's go back to the polling station, the voting station we had yesterday. We had 1 for up, 2 for down, as you guys said in the chat. And we actually did come down. Didn't come all the way down to the point that we were stating, but yet we've still, this vote is still in action, so we will be getting back to that in a bit. And we will be getting back to that in a bit once I'm done with the shorter term time frames here for Bitcoin. But yeah, if we are looking for the measure move to the downside here, guys, we need to be vigilant on where we're going to break to start off with, whether we're going to find resistance off this key horizontal level of resistance, horizontal resistance zone at 39,600. In terms of a measure move to the downside, we could be looking at something along the lines of around 7.6% there. So not too bad at all, guys. Not too bad at all. Let me just have a look at the chat here. It's popping off a bit. Chester Manchard Institute accepted SHIB as payment. Interesting. I don't really like SHIB, and I don't think I'm ever going to like SHIB. Nikki says we're going to do a little 1-2 today. 1, 2. Yep, I can see that, Nikki. I can see that. Kane is in the chat, guys. So behave yourself. The mod's here. Good morning to you, Kane. Nice to see you. Nice to see you on the stream there, bro. Carl Kane said, "Good morning, sir. If one doesn't have the WOD machine, what indicators would you recommend? Cheers, Chester." Hey, sir, if you do not have the WOD machine, then you're going to lose. No, I'm joking, you're not. I would go for, first things first, we got this Auto S-R by Get Moshin. Great guy who makes trading indicators there. And it basically plots in the supports and resistance for you automatically. The next one I would recommend is the Relative Strength Index. Just put in RSI here. Relative strength index, and that basically gives you a gauge of whether we're having loads of buying power or loads of selling power here. We're overbought here, so we're going to see a rejection in the price. So it's a good gauge to set your take profits, to see when the trend's in a sense over, vice versa, whether you're going to see a reversal in the price action, right? So yeah, that's another free one there. And also we've got the macadamia nut, the MACD trading indicator here, and this basically just tells you what's happening with the trends, right? It just tells you what's happening with the trends on the different time frames, and you can draw trend lines and stuff across all of them as well, and get also a gauge to where the price is basically going from there, right? So if we were going to do a little example of that, right, just a little trend line coming through here. Now we know the next we see it obviously finds a level of support on the zone in terms of the downtrend here. The next downtrend that we see, the likelihood of it coming down here and then seeing a reversal around this point is pretty likely, right? So yeah, we do need to take into account there, guys. So that's something for you there. So in terms of a free indicator for yourself, the MACD. Yeah. So back to the Bitcoin, the one and only Bitcoin. In terms of that short position, we could be looking at around that 7.5%. Very nice indeed. But guys, please watch out for these levels of support we got coming through here. Maybe a few take profits on the way down. Maybe some reversals coming through. So yeah, definitely a few things to take into consideration, guys. But I would be taking profit at each one of these levels of support, and I've not even mentioned these 200 moving averages coming through here. We've got the 200 EMA and the 200 SMA coming through as well. So yeah, a few things to take into consideration there, guys, if you are going to be looking at shorting the dreaded Bitcoin today. Yeah, hopefully, guys, ideal scenario, we want to see that progression to the upside, but most likely scenario, we're not going to see that progression to the upside. We saw significant growth recently, and we're in this correctionary phase, right? It's as simple as that. It's healthy, it's nice, it's juicy. If we can see that progression to the upside and then the consolidation at this sort of zone here, that's kind of going to be ideal, guys. It's kind of going to be ideal, because if we are going to see the swift rejection, which I've been saying about this grey box zone for quite a while in terms of this insane lower high here, if we are going to see that swift rejection playing out, we are going to have lovely, lovely, lovely bungee cord levels of support coming through here in terms of a bounce point we're looking for. Bang, bungee jumping off the bridge. Something along the lines of that, right? Lovely level of support we definitely need to take into consideration there. This music is so loud, it's ridiculous. I've literally got it on volume 2 and it's just crazy. Jumping back to the chat there. Iron Finance got rug pulled. Gutted whoever got into that. Nikki nearly got in, but she didn't. Well done to you, Nikki. Very good stuff indeed. 13 likes already, guys. Absolutely amazing stuff from you guys. We've gone for 15 minutes and you got 13 likes. Couldn't ask for any more. Absolutely amazing stuff, guys. The Superstars says, "Morning, Chester. Have been busy and distracted for the last couple of days, but back on the ball today. My good sir." That's all right, man. I've got the in-laws over as well, so I need to be spending my time away from the charts, unfortunately. I'll still be in the Telegram and stuff, guys, so I didn't pin it in the chat again. Come on, man. It's not good enough. Pin it in the chat. Just bear with me, guys. I'll pin it in the chat for you. And then I'm gonna be jumping back to Bitcoin there we'll go to the midterm next. We've done the short term. I'll jump to the midterm next. Pin message. There we go, guys. The blockchain. The Telegram is in the chat there. Jumping back to Bitcoin here. Let's speed things up here because we have been going for 15 minutes and we haven't done any altcoins here. Right. So let me jump to the midterm here. As you can see, as we've discussed, we've got this downwards falling channel here. This falling channel with lots of touches continuously. Very attractive stuff. Very tingly feelings coming through here. Very nice charts. We like this a lot. We were looking for this measure move to the upside, but as the OGs on the channel know, it was too volatile and we did miss our entry. Didn't want to FOMO in, right? So now what we're doing, we're waiting for a nice juicy retest of this zone here. If we can get a retest, beautiful bounce point coming through there. So it's definitely a point we do need to look at there in terms of a trade to the upside. Definitely something to take into consideration here. In terms of what's happening here on the RSI, very interesting stuff here. We have actually smashed through. We've smashed through a level of resistance here, which we near enough, we should really have found a level of resistance there and not actually smash through. So it's quite interesting here. It's quite interesting here whether we are going to come down, have another sort of scur along this line before we progress up. But as I said, guys, the lower it gets in terms of the halfway point on this RSI here, the more chance we're going to find support on it instead of resistance, right? In terms of percentages there. So yeah, I would be watching this RSI crucially as we are on a crucial level of support and resistance here. And guys, as you can see here, back in history, you can see Viva La resistance coming through across this line here. So yeah, definitely a crucial point to watch would be this zone here for Bitcoin on the midterm. If we can find support, then that's basically going to initiate our next move up, which is going to be juicy. It's going to be juicy indeed, right? Maybe not up to 40k, but at least to 39.6 as we were discussing there. Let's do a bit of voting. Let's do a bit of voting, guys. We've got 24 people viewing right now. Let's do a bit of voting and see what the sort of narrative for you guys is. As we've got quite a few people in the chat here. Oi Savaloy from Gordon W there. Nice to see you back in the chat there, bro. Gamer God, he wants me to have a look at that death cross coming through. We'll definitely have a look soon, bro. Abu done there. Nice to see you back on the chat there, bro. Nice to see you supporting the channel yet again. Morning, Chester. How are you doing today? Please, I intend to buy an altcoin to hodl. I need your suggestion if I were to be you. I know you don't do a financial advice, but all risk on me, please. I can't give you financial advice, bro. But what I can do for you today, I can say to you, look, if you've got Telegram, Abu done. If you join that chat there, I've actually got my shopping list pinned to the chat at the top there. So if you join the Telegram, if you have Telegram. If you have Telegram, join the Telegram, and my shopping list is there, and you can basically take a gauge of what I'm going to be hodling over the next 3, 4, 5 years or so, and it's going to make us probably about 50 McLarens, 50 Lambos coming through. So yeah, I'd look into that, Mr. Good Sir. Obviously, nothing I say is financial advice, but yeah, do your own research on the coins that I have, that I'm keeping, and why I'm keeping them. Chessie, how are you? Just got online to get my daily tea update low from Rockat there. Nice to see you there. In the chat there, yet again, my good sir. 19 likes as well, guys. You guys are smashing the like button. Very good stuff indeed. Really do appreciate it. In terms of the YouTube algorithms here, very good stuff, guys. So, voting. Back to the voting. Back to the polling station here. What do you think, guys? Are we going to come up today? Are we going to smash through the target that we set previously a few days ago? Is it a few days ago? Yeah. Yesterday? 2 days ago. 2 days ago. The target that we set 2 days ago, around that 41,200 sort of mode there. Kane's voting for 6. So we're going to go up 1, down 2, up 1, and then up 1 again. Interesting verdict there, Kane. But yeah, so guys, what do you think? Do you think we're going to go up? Do you think we're going to smash through this previous target? If so, get a nice juicy 1 in the chat there. If you think we're going to go down and we're looking for that beautiful long entry, let's get a nice 2 in the chat there. For me, personally, I'll give you my insight here. Don't wait for my insight before you vote there, guys. Don't wait for my insight. But I do think we are going to come up for a bit. We're going to come up and we're going to flirt with this zone for a bit. I think we're going to have a nice flirting moment with this 39,600. But then after that, guys, I would not be surprised if we saw a swift correction coming through. Maybe coming down to this 55 moving average. Sat at around this 37,998 there. I personally, today coming down all the way down to 36,000, I think if we did do that from 39,000 in a day, right, we would see some sort of panic sell happen, and that might actually make us go down a bit lower than that. So yeah, we do need to take that into consideration, guys. But over the next, say by the end of the week, what are we on now? Are we on Thursday? Yeah, we're on Thursday, right? Thursday? Is it Thursday? Thursday. It is Thursday. Thursday morning. Thursday morning, so the week's getting away from me here. Carl Kane says 2 because of death cost. Interesting. Let's see the verdict here. We've got 1s coming through. We've got 2s coming through. Nikki's are 1s and 2s and 1s. Kidney Man is 2 and 2. Put 2 and 2 together and you get 1. Kane's 6. XX is 2. Kane's also 7. Interesting. Kidney Man's 2. 10s only is 2. Jay is get through 39.6. I think we're good. I've got some. Let's jump back to a smaller time frame there for you, Jay, and let's see what's good. 39.6, as you can see, it is that crucial level of support that we have come through here. And yes, you can see the support is futile. The support is juicy from that zone. So yeah, if we can get through that, that's going to be very nice indeed. In terms of a target, we would be looking at this zone here. But I do see us consolidating and coming down and testing this zone once more. But that's just my opinion, guys. Everyone can be different. For me, I'm probably not going to be trading this, guys. I'm going to be waiting for those juicy swings there to make these girthy. Well, no, I can't use girthy. That's my brother's. What other words have we got here? Weighty, giga gains, mega gains coming through. So yeah, those are the ones we want there. But yeah, in terms of the voting system, let's see what the verdict is here. We've got, I think it's quite a lot of 2s. More 2s, actually. More 2s coming through than 1s. 10s only says, anyone here actually got a full Bitcoin? No. No, 10s only. I don't. But yeah, so 2 is the verdict here. So we do think we are going to come down. And guys, that is juicy because we can see a juicy measure move coming from that. I don't think it's that big. I don't know. Why that percent's on the screen. Let me do a little measure move coming through and we will have get a little gauge of what's good here. Yeah, it is around that point actually. Yeah, it's around that 16% gain. So that'd be very, very juicy indeed if we can get to that zone there. So yeah, interesting to see what the verdict of the people is. The verdict of the people is right now. In terms of the fear and greed, we'll jump to that in a sec. The fear and the greed index right now. It's actually gone up from yesterday, right? It's actually gone up from yesterday. Oh no, it hasn't. I must have looked at the wrong one this morning. It's actually gone down. I think, God, that is really low, isn't it? That 26, that is really quite low for fear in terms of Bitcoin right now. So yeah, I do think we are going to see a bit of a dumpy. It's probably because of yesterday. We did see that pretty big crash, right? Not a big crash, but downtrend coming through there. In terms of the longer term time frames here, and yes, we are looking for that nice long position. If we do come down again, guys, that's going to be very juicy indeed. Same sort of measure move from that previous chart that we just did there. But yeah, something along the lines of this. And that's going to bring us all the way up to 43,000. And that's going to be juicy. That's going to be very, very, very nice indeed. Tens only, I have 0. You shouldn't ever reveal how much Bitcoin you have there, sir. You could be prone to scammers. And just do a little security precaution for yourself. And just think that's so pointless, as I will have to get 100,000 for me to even double my investment. Or am I wrong? I think it's so pointless, as I will need to get like 100,000 for me to double my investment. Bro, you can just trade it up. That's the beauty of crypto here. You should take away the money factor and just take away the actual how many coins you have and just try and trade the coins and not the money. And then because you shouldn't be trading with money that you can't afford to lose anyway. That's facts. So you should literally just be going, right, if I've got 0.9 of a Bitcoin, I want to be getting that to to 1 Bitcoin. Yeah, to 1 Bitcoin. I want to be getting that to 1 Bitcoin over the course of like, say, a month or so. If you can do that, then the next month you go for that 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, and so on and so on and so on. Forgetting the actual price of Bitcoin, and then, because otherwise that's an emotional tie, the price of Bitcoin, it just drives you up the wall. If you just focus on the actual how many coins you have, then the coins will go up, and then, come on, we know Bitcoin's going to go to the absolute moon. It might take a little while, obviously, we're in this dirty, undecided bear market coming through here, but you know it's going to go to the moon in the future, right? So yeah, just focus on how many coins you actually have, and then your gains will come. Your gains will come, my good sir. They will. Yeah, but in terms of the long term, we do have this falling price channel coming through here. We did break to the upside, not too shabby indeed. We do have the 21 EMA here. We are finding a pretty big Viva resistance off. We are bouncing off this 21 moving average in terms of the level of support. Volume is low here, guys, even though we have had this pretty big pump here. So that basically means if the volume is low here, it's basically there's not that much smart money. So the whales aren't in. It's the retail people that are doing this, right? It's the retail people that are trading this up and pushing the price up. It's not the big dogs, right? The big dogs. The big dogs aren't here. We are looking for a big dog volume candlestick coming through here is around these ones here. So that's where we know the big guys are in. They're involved at this point in time. Pretty flaccid indeed. Pretty flaccid indeed. So yeah, we know this is the retail mode false. And if we are looking for a nice break, we do want to see a big volume stick coming through there. Yeah, I don't invest. I'm not happy to lose. Perfect. Any good platforms to trade? Yeah, Coinbase is a rip-off in terms of fees. Any good platforms to trade on Binance? Because Binance seems hard. Binance isn't too hard if you just stick to Binance, right? You just stick to Binance. A lot of the exchanges are the same. But yeah, just stick to Binance. And if you're new to trading, don't be messing around with futures. Just stick to spot trading. And just focus on your trading ability rather than the actual money. That's all I can say about that, guys. I use Binance, Binance and TradingView. That's pretty much what I use. I've got accounts with loads of other exchanges where I hold a few coins and stuff, but primarily I do use Binance. I prefer the platform, prefer the app. It is good, right? I'm not here to promote Binance, right? But you know the score. Yeah, so that's pretty much Bitcoin sort of summed up here. We would be looking for a low point if we do come down. We do have this volume weighted ATR. R band coming through. It would be correlating with the bounce point if we do see an absolute tumble off a cliff here, guys. But yeah, from here, if we are looking for progression to the upside, if we do smash through these previous higher highs in terms of this uptrend that we've got coming through here, we would be looking at a next target of this 55 moving average at around that 42,700 there. But yeah, we do need to get over these crucial points coming through here. And yeah, it's obviously if the ones are going to play out in the chat there, guys, if we are going to see that progression to the upside. I hate to say it, we're going to be missing our long position. I know it's annoying. We want this mega giga 16% there, but unfortunately, guys, we can't get every trade. And at the end of the day, there is always going to be another trade. Yeah. So yeah, I would be crucially watching this RSI in terms of a point of resistance here. Let me jump to just some altcoins here, and we'll jump back and do a little review on Bitcoin. Bitcoin in a bit, right? We'll do a little altcoin review coming through. I want to start doing I want to start doing the 3 altcoins that I actually say in my description of the video of the live stream. I want to do my 3 altcoins first. I want to be doing that like every time, right? I want to do that every time, then explaining why I've basically chosen them, right? So yeah, first things first. I don't know if it was first on the list, but ADA is definitely on the list there, guys. So ADA, I have selected ADA because on the 4 hourly here we do have an ascending triangle coming up, so we could be looking at a break to the top side or a break to the downside here. So yeah, a few things to take into consideration there, guys. If we are looking for, this is why it's basically claimed one of my altcoins of the day, because it could be happening today. So yeah, we could be looking at a break to the upside, maybe something along the lines of this, obviously depending on where we're going to break, and that's obviously meaning we are going to find a nice level of support on this 200 EMA here as well. And guys, if we don't and we find a swift rejection coming through off this Viva resistance line coming through at around that $1.55, it could be looking at a bit of a measure move to the downside. If we are looking for a measure move to the downside, we could be looking at something along the lines of this, obviously depending on where we break on the lower side of this ascending triangle, right? That could basically mean in terms of a percent for a nice short position coming through here, around a 7% gain there, and to the top side we could be looking at around a 7% gain there. So yeah, not too bad. Good stuff indeed. Yeah, so I would be watching the price action here of ADA to see if we can get a nice little potential swing in here. There's a nice potential swing coming in here. eToro, yes. I've heard good things about eToro. Never used it personally myself. But yeah, Rockat there says they give you 100K worth of fake money. That's good. That is good. I know it sounds bad, but it's good to practice, right? It is good to practice. And while you're doing that and you're practicing with that fake money, compare the charts to the live charts, because sometimes they do differ a bit, right? They do differ a bit. So make sure you're getting the right results for your trades, because sometimes some exchanges, they convince you that you're winning loads of trades, so you put more money in. So just be vigilant of that, guys, as well. But yeah, it's always good to trade. Until you're a successful trader, you shouldn't be trading with real money. That's my opinion on that. Because you're just going to lose money if you're not a successful trader. It's exactly that. And I would basically, in terms of to find out whether you are a successful trader or not, I'd do 30 trades and take an average. And if you're making money, then brilliant. In terms of obviously the play money here. And if you're not making money, then you shouldn't be investing real money. It's as simple as that. Trade safe, guys. It's as simple as that. Risk reward and all that juicy stuff. But yeah, in terms of ADA right now, we do have a break to the downside. It is going to be 7%, as I was just saying, and 7% to the upside here. Obviously, key point of resistance is this $1.55, but also we do have the 55 moving average coming through as well, guys. So yeah, definitely something to take into consideration there. I didn't actually do the death cross here for BTC. So yeah, we are pretty far away from the death cross here. Obviously, this is the 55 moving average here, so I'm sure we're probably going to see. I could probably change that actually. Change it on stream for you guys there. Yeah, so we are a bit closer here on the 50 moving average coming through here. So I know a lot of you guys use the 50. I prefer the 55 in my opinion. I find it more reliable in a sense. But yeah, this death cross is coming through, right? It is coming through. But with that being said, guys, if we see progression in the price for Bitcoin, that's going to gradually move the 50 up. It is going to move the 50 up, only ever so gradually. So it could mean that we might miss it. If we miss it, then it's obviously not going to be a good indication of the price. Or say, let's go on the basis that it happens like so, right? Happens like so. We have that cross, but then obviously we still see that pump in the price. And then this gradually comes up here, that gradually comes down, and then we see a swift reversal when we see a golden cross there. So yeah, there are a few things to take into consideration there in terms of the death cross. And I wouldn't just be going, right, we're having a death cross, short everything, because it doesn't always work like that, guys. There's if you think like the whale, right, you're never going to fail. So if you think like a whale, they're all looking at this death cross. They're probably thinking, right, we've got the billions, everyone's going to be shorting because there's a death cross. Let's just pump it and liquidate everyone's shorts. That's the easy option. So yeah, take into account, think like the whales, guys, because that is a potential for that happening there. But yeah, let's back to ADA right there. So yeah, we do have obviously. I'm going to change that back to the 55 moving average before I forget. There we go. Change back. Perfect. So yeah, as you can see here, ADA potential position to take into consideration, guys. Obviously, do your own research here, guys. And we do have a downwards sloping resistance line coming through on the 1 hourly actually, and we're testing a pretty crucial level of resistance coming through here, guys. So yeah, I would be taking that into account when potentially trading ADA today, because if we do see a Viva resistance coming through, that's an indication that we are going to see a swift rejection off what we're seeing now around finding the support on the 55 here. So yeah, it's likely that we find the swift rejection coming through here, because we are to the top side in terms of the RSI, in terms of this trend line here. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a swift rejection coming through here in terms of the price, and that basically will probably bring us down, maybe even to the lower side of this lower side of this ascending triangle come through, so we could break around this zone here. So yeah, a few things to take into consideration, guys. But also with that being said, if we do see a rejection in the price here, another thing to watch out for, and you can't see that on my screen. Another thing to watch out for there, guys. If you do see us come down to this oversold point here, we are going to see a buyback, right? And that does potentially mean we could see a bit of consolidation here in terms of a buyback power to get us back to the central point of the RSI, and then we might see a swift rejection again, and that could basically indicate us coming down further, right? In terms of the short position that I was just talking about here for ADA, we would be looking at that's the wrong thing. We would be looking, we need to get a new mouse. We would be looking at take profits along the way. So one at $1.48, the next one at $1.45. Still, guys, it's still 7% trade, but we would be taking a nice juicy bit of profit at $2.82, 2.8% there, and also near enough 5% there, guys. So yeah, a few things to take into consideration, guys, gals, and thems here. Come on. Let me jump to what was next. We got ADA and we got crypto.com. Crypto.com, pretty bullish on crypto.com in terms of the long term here, in terms of what they're doing and what they're offering as a company. Name of the company, Aerotime International. For you Wolf of Wall Street cult members out there. So yeah, here I have chosen this because we do have this symmetrical triangle playing out here. So it's definitely a chart pattern to potentially get involved in here. That's the 1 hour. So let's jump to the 4 hourly here to see what's going on in here. Very healthy stuff, guys. Very healthy indeed. Lots of touches. Very sexual here. Very nice stuff happening coming through. So yeah, if we are looking for a measure move to the downside, we could be looking at something along the lines of this. Granted, we would be invalidating these previous higher lows here on the 4 hourly, which is pretty crucial in terms of keeping up that bullish momentum which we're finding here in terms of high lows being set. But guys, we are still setting lower highs. We're still setting lower highs from quite a while back here. So we do need to take into consideration that it is still pretty bearish indeed. So yeah, if we do see that swift rejection coming out and playing through here, then we definitely need to take that into account, guys, if we do see that swift rejection. 25 likes, guys. You're absolutely smashing it. Crazy stuff here. I do really appreciate that. Let me look at a measurement to the downside here. We're looking at around that 7% there. In terms of the RSI, we're looking pretty central, right? Not too much going on there for the RSI. But yeah, this is why it's kind of claimed my my crypto.com of the day, my altcoin of the day here. And in terms of a measurement to the upside, if we do break to the upside here, we could be looking at something along the lines of this. But guys, please remember, look, we do have crucial levels of resistance playing out in terms of these lower highs here. So the first one would be that at that 12 cents, and the next one would be sat at that 12 cents and 76 there. So yeah, a few things to take into consideration there when trading the old crypto.com in terms of short-term and long-term targets. Yeah, that's pretty much crypto.com gone. And then we've got ZEC as well, right? The reason why I've chosen ZEC today is because we are currently challenging this this pretty big lower high point here. So if we do see swift rejection coming through here, potential short position, as you can see, we have got swift rejections playing out from this zone. Pretty big indeed, guys. So yeah, we could be seeing a swift rejection, could be seeing a test of this zone, resistance playing out, and then potentially shorting it down from there. So yeah, a few things to take into consideration there, guys. Let me get the price thing coming through here. If we are looking for a potential trade there, we would be coming down to the 21 and the 55 there. So could be looking at around a 6.9% there. So yeah, crucial point to watch will be there. And also, guys, in terms of referencing that as well, in terms of the RSI, it's not looking too bad, because if we do get to that overbought point, I was just speaking and a bubble came out of my mouth. If we do get to this overbought point here, we are going to see that swift rejection indeed. So yeah, it's another indication we could even consolidate to the downside here, and then we're going to manage our position, see what happens in terms of these moving averages coming up as well. So yeah, definitely a short position to take into consideration here with ZEC, as the stars are aligning here, guys. The stars are aligning. In terms of the MACD here, we haven't. It's not too bad. We do have quite a big trend coming down from this top bit here, as you can see here. It's probably something along the lines of this, right? So if we are seeing this uptrend, that's another sign we're going to find that Viva la resistance coming through in terms of that trend fizzling out, like we did here, in terms of finding the resistance off this horizontal resistance line coming through around this $1.12, $1.20 sort of zone there. So yeah, it's playing out here in terms of a short position for ZEC here. So yeah, definitely something to take into consideration, guys. And do your own research here, guys. That's what I'm saying. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research here, guys, before entering any sort of position that I say. So yeah, that's ZEC done. That's all my what they called, my altcoins of the day done here, guys. So yeah, I would be looking at them. Would be looking at those ones pretty crucially indeed. Let me jump to MATIC there. MATIC, that's for Nikki. Let me jump to MATIC for Nikki there. Massive shout out to Nikki, always supporting the channel. Great gal, great gal. But yeah, as you can see here, MATIC, obviously, we did see that progression after that huge dump to the downside, and it was one of the only altcoins that nearly set an all-time high after that insane crash. But with that, with the climb of Mount Everest, as I say there, we have seen swift rejections coming through, which isn't bad, right? It isn't bad. It is pretty good in terms of the correctionary phase that we were looking for here. I actually made a nice pretty penny. Oh, that's the wrong thing. I made a nice pretty penny coming out of this zone here. I think it was 15% or something, right? I think it was 15%. Yeah, around that sort of zone there when I did long that in terms of a measure move up. That was very, very nice indeed. Ethereum, great spelling there, Jay. I'm dyslexic, bro. Don't swear. Let me jump Ethereum on the list. How are you guys today on this fine Thursday morning? Got in this morning early for ADA. Think it's up from here. Just hit my first take profit. Nice, very nice indeed. Hopefully, Jay. Hopefully, man. Hopefully. That sounds good. Let me jump to ADA quickly. Yeah. If we can get up, I would be looking at a nice take profit at this $1.55 there. 3 cents away. Hopefully, some good percents for you there, sir. Yeah, still around 1.4, 1.5% there, so not too bad. Lividator says, special ship to the moon. Only today, 100x. And a Bitcoin to the mart. Interesting take there. Doesn't make sense to me, but very interesting take there. I would be staying away from SHIB in my opinion. Granted, yes, it is going up at this point in time, but yeah, it's still not good. What was I on? I was on MATIC, wasn't I, for Nikki? Let me jump to MATIC. Have some more H2O quickly. Oh, lovely. In terms of what's happening now for MATIC, right, we obviously did see this insane pump to the upside, and as I was just bragging there, I made 15%, very juicy indeed, and we are seeing this validation, right, this insane validation to the downside here, this correctionary phase coming through, right. I would be inclined to move the trend line up, but it's not quite. I mean, we could put another one in here if we were going on candle body here, something along the lines of this, right. It is parallel to that, so yeah, that does work. So yeah, we could be finding a potential position to the upside here if we are looking for that long position in terms of another completion of the measure move. The next target would be this $1.69 there for you there, Nikki. Definitely something to take into consideration. To get the validation from that, you do need to clear this $1.55. If you clear this $1.55, find a level of support there and then progress from there, that's going to look a lot juicier for yourself in terms of upwards progression. In terms of downwards sloping supports and resistance line on the RSI here, you're obviously finding a lovely level of support coming through here on the RSI, which is looking pretty good. It's pretty good. Appreciated that Cheetos. So many people call me that Cheetos tiger thing. I didn't even know it was called Chester. Funny stuff. But yeah, yeah, we are looking not too bad in terms of the RSI, in terms of MATIC right now, in terms of finding a level of support here. So yeah, not too bad in terms of finding that progression, but I would, as I said, crucially be looking for this $1.55 to get over that, find the support, and then we could be looking at something looking along the lines of a long position coming through here, up to this around 8. It's going to be around 8%. That's absolutely crazy. So yeah, good stuff coming through here for MATIC there. I'm not sure if you're trading or holding, Nikki, but yeah, so 8% would be looking for that juicy stuff. AMP is up 25% already, says Rockat there. Don't know if it will pump higher today. I would jump to AMP actually because I'm quite intrigued about this AMP coming through here. Let me have a little look. I was going to get some of that yesterday, but I didn't. Annoying. Jay Khan is saying 2 for Bitcoin there. He's a little bit behind on the stream, but that's absolutely fine, bro. He's saying 2 for Bitcoin here, coming down. Interesting take there, guys. Anyone changing their mind yet? Anyone changing their mind, or are you still saying 2s and 1s coming through there? And 31 likes, guys. You're absolutely smashing it. Really, really good stuff. Massively appreciated. Continuously appreciating that support there for you guys there. Guys, if you are new to the channel, my name is Chester. and yeah, I walk you through the crypto markets every single morning. So yeah, if you do want to smash the sub button, smash the notification bell, I'm always going to be here with you. Granted, I know YouTube notifications are pretty dead, right? They're pretty dead. So yeah, I'd follow the Twitter. I don't really like promoting the Twitter because I got my Twitter account before. I've got Ethereum on my watch list. What am I doing? I got my Twitter to 15,000 followers before, and it got hacked. So I kind of gave up on Twitter because it took me a long time to get to that. And so yeah, I gave up on Twitter. And ever since I started this brand, I was like, you know what? Let me get Twitter. I've only got like 60 followers or something. But yeah, that's where I do my you're basically gonna find out when I go live there because it's obviously Twitter's instant, right? It's instant. So yeah, I would drop a follow on that. For instant live updates, and I don't have it for me, guys. I have it for you. It's as simple as that. Kane says there can be only one. There can be only one man. Yeah, as you can see here, for Ethereum, for Mr. J there, Ethereum, first take, I am looking at a bit of a channel, right? A bit of a channel coming through. It's probably something along the lines of this. Let me get rid of let's get rid of this for now. Let's get rid of that for now. Let's get rid of that for now. And let's actually get rid of the WAD for now. And we can see, yeah, oh, look at that, a lot more clear. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. So yeah, I would be looking at a bit of a channel coming through here, potentially a bit lower than that. So yeah, we would be looking at a potential move for the top side or the lower side of that channel. Yeah, so a few things to take into consideration there with Ethereum. If we are looking for a price target to the top side here, because obviously we are seeing that trend reversal, that high low being set, that bounce point coming through there. It's not looking bad at all. Obviously, it does correlate with the candle body close from before, and we have got a few SAM with wikis coming down here, and also another candle body close from this zone here. So if I chuck a horizontal in there, so we can get a good gauge from that point there, that's sat at around that 2,300, I would be inclined to put it a bit lower actually, yeah, because we've got more candle body closes coming down there. So yeah, we're looking at a nice horizontal level of support at this 2,376, which isn't bad. We've seen progression to the upside from there. As I was saying, targets to the top side here is we've got a horizontal level of resistance set at this 2,517. If we can get above that, it's looking very good indeed in terms of testing the top side of this channel. Right, let's chuck some more factors coming through here. Let's chuck some more factors coming through here. If you're looking down at the RSI, which my eyes just jumped down there quickly, guys. If you're looking down at the RSI, I would be looking at this dirty mess that I drew in yesterday. But with that being said, it's pretty crucial, as I was saying, that we look for a level of support here. This was yesterday, right? We didn't know it was the day before yesterday. That we crucially find a level of support. If we don't, we are going to look like we're going to progress down. As you can see here, the progression to the downside is pretty futile here on the hourly chart in terms of the Viva resistance, right? So at this point in time, in terms of the hourly, we are testing this zone, so we could see some swift rejection coming through here. Definitely something to consideration. Definitely something to take into account here. If we do find a level of support sat at around this 52 here, that's going to be looking good for progression to the upside. As you can see, the support is formed here, just here. So if we can have a repetition of history here, it's going to be very good indeed for Ethereum, looking good to the upside here. But at this point in time, you're still pretty far away in terms of the 4 hourly here. So yeah, a few things taken into account here with the RSI coming in here. But yeah, we do have this back to the channel, right? Back to the channel. The hollow guys. Hi, Ja. Nice to see you on the stream there. Steam Gamers, sorry. L says, I'm going to get some altcoins now. Thanks. Not a problem at all. I got my shopping list. If you want to reference that in the Telegram group, if you want to join the Telegram group there, we're up to like 70 members or something. So absolutely, take my hat off to you guys. Absolutely amazing stuff. And building a very nice community there. Very good stuff indeed. And continuous education from all standpoints. And it is the safe space for some new beginner traders as well. If you're quite embarrassed about asking any questions at all, just ask it in that Telegram. People are there to help you, right? It's a continuous, it's a safe space, right? That's another place, right? So let me write down. I think we had hollow for Steam there. Let me write down hollow for you there, bro. I'll do a little TA on that because my list is looking pretty empty right now. I've got AMP next and then hollow. So yeah, guys, I haven't really had that many requests from you guys this morning. So yeah, and guys, if you're new to the channel, smash your request in that chat and I will do a TA live on air for you. Simple as that. But yeah, if we are looking for a measure move to the top side here. And if you are new, welcome. And also, I'd just like to say a quick hello and goodbye. No, a hello and just a hello and good morning to the people who aren't watching, because I know there's some people that aren't watching. They've just got it in their headphones and they're trading and they're doing some other stuff. It's like a podcast, because I used to do that as well. So hello to you guys as well. Nice to see you supporting the stream in terms of the audio content. For next time, call me Aaron. Much more easy. Aaron. I will try and remember that. Maybe you should change your username to Aaron, and then I will get that. No, I'm joking, bro. Obviously, Steam Gamers is probably a brand of yours, but I probably won't remember that, Aaron. But yeah, I'll try, bro. I will try. Steen, Aaron. Right, it's in the head now, bro. Look, test me next stream. We'll see if I remember, right? V-Chain there. We got Dot and KSM for Naveed. Let me jump some requests in the chat here, guys. Nice to see you on the stream there, Naveed. So you're supporting the stream there yesterday and the day before. And the day before that, we've got V-Chain here for Mr. Josh Roots, I think that's how you say your name, bro. Mr. Vet there. And Ali Al. Yeah, I'm doing that. So yeah, let me have a little look here. Yeah, in terms of a short position or a long position here for Ethereum, we would be looking at something along the lines of this, obviously leaving this channel and obviously finding levels of support on these crucial horizontals that we've got coming through here. In terms of the next horizontal target point would be that 2,500 point, 2,514. If we can find support on that, the next target would be that 2,608 there. If we can find support on that, then it's juicy in terms of a long position. Very nice indeed. Obviously waiting for a scur, waiting for a retest, and then the progression to the upside. 11% potentially looking good there. And if we do lose that, if we do see progression to the downside, if the Bitcoin dominance does decide to actually pump to the absolute moon here, we're obviously going to see altcoins take a bit of a tumble, right? Altcoins will take a bit of a tumble, and that's obviously going to mean a potential short position for Ethereum here. And obviously, we are going to have take profits all the way along the way in terms of these wicks to the downside here. As you can see, pretty juicy stuff. Steam Game is just a troll name. Interesting stuff, interesting stuff. I've got a guy who comes on here and tries to make me say rude things because I read it out before I do it, and his name is YY, so shout out to YY. Donna's in the chat there. Nice to see you on the stream there, Donna. But yeah, so as you can see here, take profit point to the downside would be around this 2,190 there, and probably continuing down. But obviously, we are going to find heavy levels of support here. If we do see that progression, right, we do see that progression to the upside. So yeah, a few things to think about if we do see that playing out there. Let's chuck some moving averages and see what's good. Let's see what's good in terms of the moving averages. Right, oh god, we're below all major moving averages here, so it does look like we are going to see that progression to the downside. I would be looking at a bounce point to start off with at this lower point of this channel. As you can see, Viva La support. The support is pretty good here. It's sat at around this 2,300 zone there. So yeah, I would be looking at a nice bounce point from there if we do lose this crucial level of 2,376 in terms of a short-term target to the downside here. I would expect us to come up, test these moving averages first, and then see that progression to the downside, guys. But at the end of the day, right, we did invalidate this lower high here, so it's still looking pretty bullish indeed. But with that being said, we've obviously still got these other big juicy ones. If we jump down to a smaller time frame coming through here, we have started this uptrend coming through in terms of the 15-minute chart, guys. You know I don't trade this. You need a website, bro. I do need a website, but to be honest, bro, I'm just trying to master the whole streaming and the brand building of YouTube at the moment. I am going to have a Crypto Chester Masterclass Academy coming through in the future and stuff, but that's just something I'm working on at the moment. And when I have that, then I'll be having a website. Donna, hi Kane, hi Chester, hi everyone. Very good welcome there from Donna on a fine Thursday morning. Yeah, as you can see here, this downtrend played out, and we're seeing this reversal playing through here in terms of Ethereum. So hopefully we can see the progression to the upside from there. But as I was saying, I would expect the Viva La resistance coming through at these previous lower high points. Pretty resistance is futile sort of things coming through there. So yeah, that's pretty much Ethereum done. Let me jump to AMP. Very intrigued about this AMP. Very intrigued. Have you guys bought this yet? Because I know got listed on Coinbase start of June, I think it was, maybe the 10th of June. Yeah, 10th of June it got listed on Coinbase. God, it is just gone up. That's crazy. Very good stuff indeed. Have you guys jumped into that? Have you aped in, as we like to say? Man, I can send you my whole portfolio. You'll be interested. We can make a good deal. Interesting stuff there. If you want to do business, bro, drop me a message on Telegram, and we can have a good chat there. Because I'm a cold hard trader, right? I love trading, and I really do love it, and it's my day job now. But at the end of the day, I'm still cold hard entrepreneur. Very big entrepreneur, and I've got insane ambitions. This is like just step one for me. Trading, right? So yeah, drop me a message on Telegram, Mr. Steen. Sorry, Aaron. Drop me a message on Telegram, Aaron, and we could have a potential business chat there, bro. But yeah, back to trading for now. AMP right now, I mean, is going up. It's looking pretty good. We're smashing the previous all-time highs coming through here around this. And you can see that the last horizontal points when I looked at this was around this zone here. We did come down and we did test that. Expected. Obviously, the FOMO coming in here. Very nice indeed. But yeah, I can't really slate it. We've got the correction coming through here for this uptrend, and it's just progressing up. It's just progressing up. Have you guys, Tens Only's got some. Pretty good choice there. Mohammed's just jumped in the Telegram. Nice to see you in the Telegram there, Mohammed. Nice to see you there, sir. And yeah, so if we are looking for progression to the upside here, which I hate to say it, we're looking pretty good, right? We had the correction. We've climbed Everest. We've gone to base camp 1. We've gone to sleep, right? We've gone to sleep. We've seen that base jump from the Grand Canyon coming through. And now we're climbing to base camp 2. We're climbing to base camp 2. If we can find support on base camp 2, sat at around that 12 cents there, we're looking for progression to the upside. And the beauty of this, right, guys, is there's no level of resistance. We could just keep going, obviously depending on how strong this is. It's looking pretty good indeed, I must say. The more it goes up, the more people are going to FOMO in, so I would expect bigger crashes in the future. But yeah, if we do break this this all-time high point from here, expect us to probably come up to around this zone and then have that correctionary phase yet again before doing. It's not just going to keep going up, guys. And if it does keep going up, you know the crash is going to be pretty bad indeed. LR says, "You're so positive, Chester. I like positivity." Me too, bro. I thrive off it. No negative stuff coming through here. Don't even like, no negative energy. If there's negative energy in the room, they can just leave the room, in my opinion. Not about that here. It's all about positive. Why are you going to go through life living negatively? Just, nah, not for me, thanks. There's too much other negative stuff going on in the world to worry about losing a trade, for example. Just one example, right? Or not having enough coffee in the morning or something like that, right? That's just pretty irrelevant compared to what's happening in the world. So yeah, at this point in time, AMP is not looking too bad. I would be looking for a price target of this previous all-time high, and then as I was saying, if we do get to that, we are probably going to break it and then see a swift rejection coming through here, looking something along the lines of that. So yeah, a few things to take into consideration, guys. I do still need to do some research on this AMP because it is looking pretty good in terms of a hodl position, considering it was only listed on Coinbase. I don't know if it was listed on KuCoin or something like that before, but yeah, we just definitely need to look at this, guys. Definitely need to look at this, guys. I will be. I'll tell you what. I'll do some research and I'm going to put it in the chat. I will put it in the Telegram for you guys. So yeah, let me write that down. Just a little note for myself. AMP Telegram, and I'll do a little update in the Telegram for you guys if you haven't researched it yourself. For you, in a sense, newer traders out there, guys. Newer traders out there, because guys, at the end of the day, we're here to make money, right? We're here to make money. It's as simple as that. we're here to make money. But yeah, so Hollow. Let's get to Hollow next. That's next on the list. Hollow, we them boys. Hollow. Yeah, so Hollow right now. Let me jump to the bigger term time frames here. Last time I looked at this, we were obviously in this falling wedge pattern here, not the best in the world. This line's obviously, we broke it. We broke it with insane progression to the upside, smashing through these lower high points here. Not looking bad, not looking too shabby indeed. High lows being set continuously. I am going to get rid of this this trend line now, and we are going to be looking at forming a new trend line coming through here for hot. Probably something looking along the lines of this. As you can see, Viva La Resistance playing through in terms of this point here, and also in terms of this point here. Granted, we got a bit of spillage here, but yeah, in terms of what is lining up, we're getting the most touches here, so not looking too bad. And that does make a falling wedge pattern, guys. A nice falling wedge pattern coming through. 35 likes. You guys are killing it. Falling wedge pattern coming through, just like so. So if we are looking for a Viva La Resistance point coming through, it would be sat around this zone here in terms of this horizontal. That's like near enough a cent there. So yeah, that horizontal point coming through here, that would act as a level of resistance. As you can see here, we come up, we test, we dump, we come up, we test. Potentially, we are going to dump, right? So yeah, I wouldn't rule that out in terms of what's going to happen here. Oh yeah, I wouldn't rule that out, right? But yeah, if you are looking for progression to the upside, you're obviously going to see Viva La Resistance off this line as well. So ideal scenario, if you're looking for that that hodl progression here for hot, it would be to get over these crucial zones here in terms of levels of support, and then we can talk about the idea of eradicating this this lower high point that you have set coming down in terms of this trend. Granted, this one did invalidate this lower high, but at the end of the day, right, it's still a lower high of the previous trend until we eradicate that higher high point right up here. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's still a lower high. So if we do see that progression, we are going to be looking at challenging this zone here around that 8 cents and 31. So that could be your in a sense longer term time frames here for hot. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if you did see a bit of a swift rejection coming through here off that that major level of resistance. In terms of the RSI right now, we're pretty central, so can't really get a good gauge from that. Let me jump to the hourly, see if we got a bit more. Near enough. We'll get into. We're looking like we're getting to that overbought stage on the hourly here. Let me jump to the 15-minute. Yeah, getting to that on the 15 minutes. That does mean we are going to see potentially a bit of a 15-minute correction coming through, and then potentially a consolidatory period along this zone here, because obviously we're not seeing any insane corrections here in terms of being overbought here on the RSI. So yeah, it doesn't indicate that we are going to see some swift sort of dump coming through. So yeah, we would be looking at probably a bounce up, and then I wouldn't say an insane bounce down, but like maybe a 15-minute bounce down, and then a consolidation period. So then the 15-minute RSI can actually gain enough momentum to come back down to the downside, come to that central point. And then we could be looking at another 15-minute wave up, something like that, potentially challenging these crucial points, as I was just saying there. And that's to the upside there for hot. If we're looking to the downside, right, if we do see that swift rejection playing out here, we are still in this pretty big falling wedge in terms of the 4-hourly here, and it's pretty good. We got touches either side. It's very attractive stuff indeed. Sexual, very sexual, very attractive indeed. Can't stop saying that. And we do see it. We're potentially going to see some swift rejection here, but at the end of the day, we do have this this high low point to think about in terms of a level of support there, and that's around that 7739 there, around that point there. So if we are looking for a bounce point, it would be there. As you can see, we do have a nice level of support beams coming through here to basically keep us up in terms of a bungee jump cord to hold us there, right? So yeah, definitely a point to watch there in terms of a bounce point there for Hollow, yes, for Hollow. Let me jump to what was next. We got Dot. Dot's very interesting, actually. Dot's very interesting. I think we did see Coinbase listing on Dot yesterday. Is that right? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Obviously, I was pretty much away from the charts yesterday, which kind of sucked. I was just dipping in now and then because I had the in-laws over, and they're over today as well. So I do have to, unfortunately, not trade. So my 1K to 10K challenge is a bit screwed at the moment because I can't really just study the charts all day. So yeah, we'll be jumping onto that again next week. But yeah, I'll probably be trading this weekend as well. So yeah, hopefully we can get some good mega giga gains coming through there, guys. But yeah, in terms of Dot right now, we didn't see insane pumps, right? We didn't see insane pumps. I did say that when you get a Coinbase listing or something like that, it's likelihood you do see a bit of rejection. The reason for that is because people know about that Coinbase listing for like a month or so, and then they're like, right, I'm gonna ape in, I'm gonna FOMO in, let's go, and then you're gonna see the pumps coming through, and then out of nowhere, it's gonna get listed, and then all the people who jumped in, they're like, it's not gone up. I need to sell, and then they all just start selling, right? And that obviously dumps the price at the announcement. So yeah, crazy stuff. So yeah, definitely something to take into consideration there when you are trading these pumps coming through. Yeah, Dot did have a Coinbase listing there yesterday, according to Donna. Yeah, I was correct on that. Lovely. In terms of finding a level of support here, we do need to get over this $23.97 there. If we can get over that, it's going to be very juicy indeed. And yeah, we do have to basically invalidate this lower high point from this previous downtrend coming through here. If we can get over that zone at that $23.97 there. And guys, remember, as I just said, we did see that dump coming through from the Coinbase listing, but now it is on Coinbase. It could have the potential to basically just trickle up, right? It does have the potential to basically just trickle up from here. I don't see that swift rejections coming through here, as long as we can find support on this $23.97, because the FOMO lot, they're pretty much out, right? That's just how it works, right? They're pretty much out. So yeah, a few things to take into consideration there with the old .com. So yeah, in terms of finding Viva resistance of this zone here and not finding support, we would be looking at a nice bounce point of this $23.15 there. And also we do have the 200 EMA coming up as well to take into consideration. RSI, pretty central, not that much going on, even on the 1 hour here. Let's jump to the 4 hour. We can get any gauge now. Still pretty central. Can't really get a good gauge from that. Can't really see any major trend lines coming through here. Nothing really that great. No bullish divergence or anything like that. Yeah, nothing really too great coming through there. Yeah, nothing too great coming through there. In terms of getting a gauge for the price, that's the wrong thing. It's that one there. And so yeah, in terms of a short-term target here, Simple Technology. Any update on AMP? I did just do an update on AMP, bro. My verdict was if we do come up and test the previous all-time high and break it, expect us to come down. Neelesh, guys, to see you in the chat there. KSM is actually next for you there, Neelesh. Just from someone requesting it earlier, I think. But yeah, that is next. And then we got VeChain coming through. Look at Woo from Big B69. Good number there, 69. I like that. So I look at Woo, if that is a chart there. I've not heard of it before. But yeah, Simple Technology, bro. If I jump to AMP quickly and just give it... Sorry, guys, who've just seen this. Yeah, as you can see here, we did come up, set a new all-time high. If we do come up and see again, because we have seen this swift correction coming through, we've seen the progression in terms of the price, right? We are looking like we are going to come up and test this previous all-time high again. With the momentum that we're seeing in the buying power, right, it's likely that we are going to break it. If we do break it, we will be setting a new all-time high. But from that new all-time high, we do need to take into consideration we're likely to see swift rejection, come down, test the previous all-time high again, and then go again, right? You can't climb Everest without resting at base camp 1. It's as simple as that, bro. So yeah, that's pretty much AMP done for you there, bro. Back to Dot quickly. I do want to say, yeah, if we do get over this level of support, that $23.97 there, it's going to be crucial that we do get over that to find progression to the upside, and then we can test this this previous lower high here. We are in this this rising channel, right? We're on this rising channel, so ideally we want to be progressing up to the top side, seeing us come up to this sort of zone around that 31, and then seeing resistance playing out from there. And that's obviously, if we can see that, we are going to see potentially a long position coming through around 35% there for Dot. That's going to bring us back to this to the point before the crypto crash there. But yeah, we do have a lower high set in terms of this top point here, in terms of that first crash coming through. So yeah, we are going to see resistance off that zone there. So yeah, that would be a take profit for a long position. Obviously, guys, in the future, I'm talking weeks in advance here, obviously depending on what Bitcoin does as well. Obviously, all speculation here, guys. Now, if we lose it to the downside, right, if we do see progression to the downside and Bitcoin dominance does go through the roof, and we do see us basically fall off a cliff here, right? Obviously, depending on where we're going to break to the downside here, we could be looking at some sort of measure movement. It does correlate with this wick coming through here, and potentially also this volume-weighted ATR band, which if we are going to see progression in the price to the downside, right, the volume-weighted ATR band is going to come down because it is measured on the volume, right, in terms of coming down when the volume is down. In terms of the red dirty volume sticks, they're not actually on this chart. I need to get them on actually. I don't know why that hasn't saved. It's usually on this chart. Simple Technologies from New York. You've been an hour now already. Oh my god, that's gone so fast. Yeah, I've got, what are we on? We're on dot. I've got 3 more requests, and then I'll be rounding off the stream there, guys, as it is 10:15, and I do have to go meet the in-laws today. I'm afraid, guys. Not afraid for me, but I'm afraid I can't really be going longer in trading today. But I will be popping in and out of Telegram, guys, if you want to join the Telegram. And if you're looking for some sort of shopping list, my shopping list is in there, which is the coins that I'm accumulating, and I do explain that in the chat. And I'm going to do an AMP Telegram update because I want to do some research on that myself, and give a little bit of an insight to you guys out there who are less experienced in terms of the trading stuff. But yeah, in terms of a short position here, you would be looking at 35%. So big moves coming in for DOT in the future, right? And we would be looking at take profits along the 7.5% there, and also 25% there coming through in terms of that candle body close, that low point that we've got coming through here. So yeah, a few things to think about for DOT in terms of the longer term time frames here. But yeah, in terms of the shorter term time frames here, it would be to get over this level of support, sat at this $23.97 there, bro. Guys and gals and thems. So yeah, we do need to take that into account. If we do get over that zone, we're looking at significant progression. And if we do get over this zone, right, if we get over this zone and it's looking, that's the wrong tool. If we get over this zone and it is looking good, because we are pretty central on the RSI, so it does give us a bit of movement. If we do get over this zone and we're finding a pretty good level of support, potential for a nice little punt in terms of a long position to the upside here, could be looking at a nice take profit at this zone here, probably correlating with this 200 AMA coming through here around that zone there. Yeah, so yeah, obviously do your own research from these trades, guys. I'm just giving you a little insight onto something that potentially could be coming through. Take a 10-second break and drink some water, bro. Thanks, man. Says Naveed. $35 likes, guys. You're absolutely killing it. Smashing it, guys. Very nice. H2O there. So yeah, let me jump to KSM there, guys. Let me jump to KSM. And are you guys having a fantastic Thursday morning? Are you guys having a fantastic Thursday morning or what? Very good. Wolf of Wall Street quote there, guys. Yeah, as you can see here, KSM for Neil Esh here, and I think someone else in the chat before that. For Naveed there. KSM coming through here. Obviously, look at this. We do have this rising wedge pattern. We've broken it to the downside here. We are seeing a curl over in the trend in terms of bouncing off this level, in terms of a horizontal level of support. And guys, this is why if you were to get into this trade, for me personally, I would wait for that retest. And on the 4-hourly here, it's pretty volatile. We might have actually got a retest on the 1-hourly. Let's have a little look here. No, not quite here. Not quite getting there. Potentially moving this trend line down on the 1-hourly. No, not quite getting there, guys. So yeah, I wouldn't be entering this trade myself, but I would be waiting for us to come up and have that retest yet again, or potentially seeing resistance point off one of these major moving averages coming through here, because we do have a death cross coming through here as well to take into consideration. That's on the 4-hourly, quite far away on the 12-hourly, but we do have these called up moving averages here. This called up moving averages coming through here, so that obviously does indicate a price move in terms of the moving averages here. So yeah, we could be looking at progression to the downside for KSM. I hate to say, guys, but at this point in time, we are holding. We're holding this this higher low point coming through here. And yeah, if we are looking for a progression to the downside in terms of a short position, first things first, it would be to lose this level of support. If we lost this level of support, next target point to the downside would be this level of horizontal level of support. So at that 300 there, obviously that is a considerably long way down right there, and that's around that 16.81% there. So yeah, potentially something to take into consideration, as we have seen pretty big pumps here from KSM. So we do need to basically take into account some sort of fizzle out before some sort of correction to the upside, right? So yeah, not too bad, but not too good, right? We are seeing if you're hodling, then I'd hold strong. I would hold strong, because it is looking at pretty bearish indeed. Obviously coming down to challenge this lower high and invalidating this previous lower high in terms of this trend reversal here. Yeah, if we are going to come up, and this uptrend is looking pretty positive, right? Then we do obviously have these insane moving averages coming through, and also obviously the next target would be this 407 mark for KSM, and then that does correlate with this grey box zone that we've got coming through, and the resistance coming through this grey box zone is from the top side here is looking pretty bad, right? It's looking pretty bad. So yeah, I would expect some sort of resistance coming through there in terms of KSM there, guys. So yeah, that's KSM pretty much summed up. Let me jump to VeChain and let's do a bit of VeChain. Abby Sheck there says, hey, Crypto Chester, how are you doing? I'm very well, thank you, sir. How are you? My TA and gut says it's going to dump. Brendan says, hey, mate, you really need to do glitch protocol. They have big 2 weeks coming up. I've got a video on glitch, bro. I did it quite a while ago, actually. I'm bullish on glitch in terms of the long run. But yeah, I do need to do an update on it, actually. I do need to do an update on it because it is something that, for me personally, bullish indeed, right? Very, very bullish indeed. And yeah, we're getting closer and closer to July. Closer and closer to July. And I think they've got their smart contracts getting registered in July, maybe. Might be wrong. I haven't looked at it in quite a while, but yeah, maybe. I'll definitely look at that, Brendan. And yeah, I won't be doing that today, guys, but I'm gonna write that down to do a little Telegram update on that glitch protocol as well for you guys. In terms of the fundamental side, good stuff. But yeah, KSM's done. Let me jump to VeChain there. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Thursday morning coming through here. VeChain, there it is. 38 likes as well, guys. Can we get it to 40? It'd be absolutely amazing if we get it to 40. I'm very excited about that, guys. It'd be really, really good if you could. It does help me out in terms of the YouTube algorithms. Let me get rid of some of these horizontals coming through here. And obviously, guys, I do really, really appreciate your support. And I did hit 700 subscribers this week. Absolutely mental stuff. I wouldn't be here without you. I wouldn't be here without you guys. As simple as that. So yeah, thank you ever so much for your support continuously, guys. Every single morning coming through here. Very, very good stuff. Very good stuff. Yeah, we obviously got this this upward sloping support line coming through here, which isn't looking too bad. We are finding support on it, setting these high lows continuously, not too shabby. If we are looking for progression to the upside here, it's going to be very good. Brendan says, have you seen the announcement in the next 2 weeks? No, I haven't at this point in time. I do need to jump back onto it. Naveed says, it's way better for DOT and KSM, both. It's better to wait for DOT and KSM. Right, okay, yeah, sorry, I just can't really read that well. You should also look into Woo trade. It's worth. Yeah, Woo is on the list, next on the list there, Mr. Big B69 there. Not a problem at all, bro. I will get to that. I will get to that for you there. If I can find the chart, obviously, on TradingView, and it's not one of those dreadful brown coins coming through. But yeah, as you can see here, if we are going to look at a bounce point to the downside on the 4-hourly chart here, it is going to be looking something along the lines of this. And as you can see, we are seeing this trend reversal coming through here. The reason why we're seeing this trend reversal is we're seeing this lower high set in terms of this live candle right now. This the lower high being set coming through here on the shorter time frame for you guys. We're finding a nice level of support, hopefully on this 55 moving average. If we can, we could be looking at coming up again, testing this 200, and then probably seeing a Viva resistance coming through there. But yeah, it's not looking so hot. It's not looking so hot right now. If we do lose this price action channel, guys, we're obviously going to see these red candles play out, and we're not going to see a juicy uptrend. We're going to see a juicy down, probably not that steep, right? Juicy downtrend coming through here on the 1 hourly time frame here. So yeah, a few things to watch out for here. LR says, go up, smash it up. Hopefully you're on about the likes, bro. Hopefully you're on about the likes. But yeah, as you can see, VeChain here is looking it's looking pretty bad. I hate to say it, looking pretty bad here. Let me jump to the 4-hourly where this trend line actually lines up. Not looking too hot. We do have a bit of a symmetrical triangle playing out here. As you can see, lower highs being set continuously, higher lows being set continuously, and when that happens, it just basically correlates into a pattern like so. And then we're looking at a breakout coming through here, right? So yeah, the next point for VeChain would be a breakout either to the top side or to the bottom side. But at this point in time, we are pretty caught up inside of this symmetrical triangle on the 4-hourly time frame. If we are looking for a potential measure move to the upside, it would be looking along the lines of this, obviously depending on the price action coming through here. Not that one there. Obviously, depending on the price action coming through here, whether we're going to do so, whether we're going to do something like so, it's obviously going to have an effect on how slanted this measure move is going to be, right? So we could be looking at something along the lines of this, and it is going to, obviously speculation here, guys. Could be around a 5% long position there, obviously taking profits at these previous lower highs coming through here, because they're crucial take profit points coming through there. But yeah, if in terms of momentum to the downside, if we do lose it to the downside, it is going to look something along the lines of this in terms of a measure move, right? And that might even correlate with this horizontal level of support set around this 10 cents there. For me, that's an accumulation zone for VeChain. But yeah, in terms of a percent for this short position to come to the downside here, it's around that 7% there, and I would be inclined to take profit continuously at these candle body closes in terms of these higher low points, because we know that we do get swift support levels basically being formed from these zones here. So yeah, definitely a few things to take into consideration in terms of the short-term targets here for VeChain, guys. Obviously, nothing I say is financial advice. Simple as that, guys. AMP just got listed on Coinbase. That might be it's ramped up. That might be why it's ramped up. I'm not sure on that, Donna, because you know what I say here. If it gets listed on something, the likelihood it is going to go down. But I don't really know about AMP, but I will do some research on that because I've heard, as well as it being listed on Coinbase, it's actually got some really good fundamentals there as well. So yeah, I just think Coinbase might be a lucky exchange who got it first. Just had to swallow a yawn there. Yeah, if we do come down here in terms of progression to the downside here for VeChain, we could be looking at a bounce point on this lower side of this symmetrical triangle, and that's obviously going to signify a bounce point on finding support on the RSI here, guys. So yeah, a few things to take into consideration there for VeChain. I'm pretty much done with VeChain. Now let me jump to WHO Woo for Big B69 there. Woo. And guys, if you're new to this channel and you want to be here with me every single morning, smash that subscribe button, smash that notification bell. You're never going to miss one of my uploads. I do update videos, all that stuff coming through there. Garage music going crazy, Mears. Let's turn this off for the last coin here. Yeah, I mean, there's not really that much on this coin that I can see there. Woo USD. I don't know if you're still in the chat there, Big B69. But it's not, I mean, it's not too bad. Too bad. You're seeing progression to the upside, high highs being created. Obviously the crypto crash came through, but you were still in that uptrend before that came through, and you've actually recovered pretty goddamn swiftly, I must say. I can't slate it, bro. I can't slate it. It's looking good. It's looking good. Higher lows being set continuously, invalidating these lower highs here. You've got one lower high here that you are struggling with in terms of finding Viva La resistance off, but you're up there. You got swift rejection. You got swift rejection. Monthly pivot point bounce. Higher lows being set yet again, and you're challenging that lower high again. So yeah, I've high hopes. I'm going to do some research on this coin, because in terms of what's happening with the markets at this point in time, Woo be a game changer, says Big B69. Yeah, it's looking pretty good in terms of a chart there, bro. I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty impressed because obviously, guys, we do know in terms of the altcoin world right now, we're seeing this this crypto crash play out, and then we're not seeing this insane progression, right? We're not seeing this insane progression. Granted, MATIC went crazy and then obviously dumped off a cliff like so, but this is just, it dumped, right? It had that correction, and we've just seen this continuous momentum. It's looking good. It's looking very good. Yeah, not bad at all there. And good. Thank you for the insight there from Big B69. Massive shout out to you, bro. Let me do some research on that Woo, because that's not looking bad at all. And I'm sure a few of the viewers here will do some research on that as well, guys. So yeah, good stuff. That's not looking bad at all. In terms of a short-term target, I would be looking at, it would be to break this zone here, and that's sat around that $1.05 there. If you can get over that, then the next target is obviously this previous all-time high, sat at this $1.31. I would be looking at Viva La resistance coming through on this volume weighted ATR, and if we jump down to some smaller time frames, that does play out a little bit lower as well, right? As you can see, Viva La resistance is playing through, and if we don't see that the Viva La resistance playing through on the volume weighted ATR band, we will see progression move to the upside from it. So if we do actually trend above it, it's going to look very, very healthy indeed in terms of continuing this uptrend here. Relentless Legend says, "Hey Chester." Hey, Relentless Legend, nice to see you back on the stream there. Unfortunately, I've caught at the end of the stream, guys, and it is going to be the end of the stream for me here. But let me do a quick little update on Bitcoin. 1 hour and 15 minutes, going for a little bit longer here, guys. And we got to 40 likes. Well done, guys. Absolutely amazing stuff. Your research on this is a must, and it's still cheap. Yep, definitely we'll do that. Big B69, good stuff from you there, bro. But yeah, so let's do a little recap of Bitcoin right now. We are actually in this rising wedge coming through here, and as I said, we're finding consolidation coming through here, obviously from this uptrend. But yeah, we would be looking at coming up and testing this zone at least, I'd say today, this 39,600 sort of zone, and we're pretty far away from that still. So yeah, we've got a little bit of the way to go to get there, but if we can get there, I can see resistance playing off from there. Or at least consolidation, maybe even coming down to this support point here at around this 38,900, and then progression to the top side from there. That's going to be, I wouldn't say in a sense ideal scenario, but it is looking a bit bearish with this a bit dump coming through here. We had this whole consolidation period to actually decide whether we were going to be looking at progression to the upside, but no, we didn't. We actually lost it. So that's why I'm saying, look, we could come up, have a little test, and then it's likelihood we are going to see swift rejection coming through there as well, guys. So yeah, definitely something to take into account there. And we do have this upward sloping support line that we do need to think about as well, because if we do see us come down a bit, it's going to basically initiate a bounce coming through here. A lot of numbers coming through on the chat here. Guys, I think this is I don't know what's going on the chat here, guys. I think it might be a troll from Bitcoin Beats. I don't know what is happening on the chat here, guys. But yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome everyone. Interesting, all these numbers coming through. I don't really know what's happening here, guys. But yeah, being spammed like crazy. I can actually hear my brother. It's still, he's still streaming. What is happening? You know what? Let me do some fun. Yeah, here we go. Why not? Funny stuff. But yeah, in terms of what Bitcoin is doing now, if you guys want to do a voting system, let's do a voting system here. We have got a 1 if you want to go up, and a 2 if you want to go down for Bitcoin. So let's see what you guys are thinking here. Absolutely spamming the chat, crazy. So yeah, if you guys think we're going to go up, yep, you guessed it, Mindless Magician. If you guys want to go up here, if you think we're going to go up, press that 1 in the chat there. If you think we're going to go down, press that 2 in the chat there. For me personally, if we do go down, we could be looking at a lovely long position in terms of the retest here of this falling channel that we got coming through here. If we can see that, the progression to the upside is going to be juicy indeed. Look at this in terms of a measure move. Obviously, guys, we're going to be taking profit at all these lower high points in terms of horizontal points of resistance here. Everyone's in the chat there. Yes, he is streaming. Woo! Nice to see you all in the chat there, guys. Smashing up those likes as well. Nearly at 50 likes there. And what up to everyone here? Rockcat says, destroy that like button. Much appreciated there, guys. So yeah, what's the narrative here? So you guys are saying, we got more 1s in the chat there. Aaron's saying 1 in the chat there continuously. Joe Hart's saying 1 in the chat there. A few 2s coming through as well. For me, personally, I do think we are going to see a bit of a resistance coming off this zone in terms of the shorter term timeframes here, guys. But as I said, look, we do have a little bit of a bounce point here on the RSI to take into consideration there, guys, as well. So if we do see a bounce point off this zone here, we're going to be finding a nice bounce, and then it's going to obviously have an effect in the price. So that's an indication that I do think we are going to come up, right? We're going to come up. We're going to test this zone here around that 39,600, and then from there, I do see a bit of progression to the downside, but that's going to correlate with our bounce point in terms of the RSI. Obviously, the price move is not going to be that big. But yeah, we are going to see a potential bounce point here in terms of a level of support here. And now the narrative is changing in the chat there. A lot more 2s coming through. A lot more 2s coming through there. Very interesting stuff there, guys. And nice to see a lot of the OGs out in the chat there. Obviously coming from Hammy's chat there. But yeah, here Optimus says 1.5, interesting stuff there, bro. Wasim says, great stream, honestly. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. It means a lot. Getting a nice little compliment coming through there. But yeah, a few things to take into consideration, guys. And now we know the narrative of what everyone else is thinking. We know what everyone else is thinking, guys. I hate to say it, I am going to be rounding off the stream here, guys. I have got the in-laws over today, so I do need to basically focus on that, unfortunately, away from training. But guys, I do this every single morning, Monday to Friday, every single morning, Monday to Friday, 1 to 2 hours. Got him, says Bitcoin Beats. Got him. Yeah, you did, bro. The chat was just going absolutely crazy. loads of numbers coming through it. So I was just like, yeah, I'll just chuck some numbers in the chat as well. But yeah, you did spam me a good in there, bro. So yeah, shout out to Bitcoin Beats, guys, if you haven't checked him out, because I know I had some newbies on the stream earlier. So yeah, I am going to be rounding off the stream here, guys. Unfortunately, I've just piled in for Bitcoin Beats stream, but I'm going to be rounding it off here. Because I do have the in-laws over, and I am trying to not stream as much because I did overdo it last week here, guys. But yeah, thank you ever so much for tuning in, and I will be here back tomorrow morning. Actually, no, I'll probably do an update today, and maybe even a stream later, depending on. No, I probably won't do a stream later. I've got to cook a roast for the in-laws. But yeah, I might do. I'll probably do a little update for you guys. So yeah, make sure you tune in for that. And guys, I do have my Telegram pin in the group there, and I will be doing a little announcement on AMP research, because AMP is doing well at the moment, just breaking new all-time highs. So I will be doing a bit of a Telegram announcement for that. Bitcoin just did his giveaway in my chat. That's a sick idea, bro. I do like that a lot. But yeah, I am going to round off the stream here, guys. But yeah, thank you ever so much for watching. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. And yeah, peace out from me. And have a good day, guys. Have a good day. That's the main thing. Peace out from me, Crypto Chester.